Welcome. I'm super excited to explore this with you. This is my favorite topic when it comes to inner work is mantra. I've been working with mantra for over 30 years, Sanskrit mantra, and continue to find it one of the most, if not the most transformative tools that I've ever accessed. When it's combined with deeply relaxing the body and skillful breathing, we go beyond merely mental repetitions of words into experiencing transformative power that you begin to feel and feel more and more powerfully and learn how to use to transform your own consciousness, to reveal the incredible love, confidence, clarity, intuition, and so much more within you. A mantra is a word or phrase that holds incredible power, beyond what can even be described. So this video is going to be very practical because I know that you having direct experience is going to matter a lot more right now than giving you a lot of technical information that may or may not land. So we're going to go right in, right away, working with an empowered mantra that I have permission to give you and which does not require an initiation. So the mantra is in Sanskrit, which is an incredibly elegant language that is designed to speak about and impart consciousness, bypassing the ordinary mind. It's such an elegant language. In fact, the script of Sanskrit is called Devanagari, which can mean the language of the gods. Deva is God. And the script for it is so beautiful if you get to see it. Many of you have probably seen the symbol for Om. So behind my head is what's called a yantra. A yantra is geometry holding and shaping energy. A mantra is working with it more with sound and language, just to keep it really, really simple. But the script of Devanagari are yantras. So just contemplating the script is very powerful. But I'll leave that for another topic. Let's stay focused together. So the mantra we're going to work with, and I've written it in the caption below the video, is HAMSAH SO'HAM. So when we say the part hung, which occurs twice in this mantra, it's the NG sound like in English, I hung up the clothes to dry. Yeah? Hung, saha, so, hung. Hung, saha, so, hung. Many of you are already asking, what does it mean? So a simple version is I am that primordial consciousness that is currently manifesting as all of existence. I am that. I'm not just this limited appearing temporary human being with a specific age, gender, birthday, likes and dislikes. I am the primordial consciousness that is currently manifesting in and as all of existence. The mantra energy, there's energy, profound energy within the letters of HAMSAH SO'HAM, actually has the capacity to reveal this to you in your own direct experience. That's the point of mantra. Not to just have you busy repeating something in your head, but to actually reveal flavors of energy within you that are actually truly you and yours. So HAMSAH SO'HAM is a mantra you could actually work with for the rest of your life and go ever deeper into realizing and directly experiencing that you and the consciousness that creates worlds are one consciousness always. Beyond time, beyond space, beyond limitation, beyond desire, and so on. So how do you access this? How do you begin to unpack this energy? Well, how you approach repeating a mantra and practicing with it makes all the difference. So number one, like any practice, and you've heard me say this before if you've watched any of my videos, is to deeply and consistently and continuously relax the body. Relax the body. So the 6 points of softening is what I teach. If you prefer to scan up and down your body and just find places of tension and let go, then do that now. Otherwise, follow along with the 6 points of softening. So each of these 6 places in the body, you soften it with your imagination, like you're opening a closed fist with your mind, and you're going to make it up that it's easy, even if it doesn't seem so. Make it up that it's easy. So the 6 locations are soles of the feet, palms of the hands, the 4 corners of your eyes, the region inside and around your ears, your tongue as it rests on the floor of your mouth, and all the muscles of the pelvic floor, groin region, sphincter, PC muscle. So let's just go through that progressively. We're going to go a little bit quicker than we would for an ordinary meditation because I want to get you into the mantra practice and having an experience. But at any point, you can stop this video if you want to linger at something I've just pointed you to. Please feel free to do that, and you can rewatch it. So, bring your attention to the soles of your feet, and like you're opening imaginary fists there with your mind, soften continuously the soles of your feet, the skin, the tendons and connective tissue, and the muscles, all the way to the bone. Notice what that feels like, and know that it can continue to deepen and soften, and allow that, and intend that. Bring that same feeling through the palms of your hands, and through the 4 corners of your eyes, the inside and the outside corners of your eyes, and through the region inside and around your ears. Make it up that it's easy. Through your tongue as it rests in the floor of your mouth, and through all the muscles of the pelvic floor groin region. Yeah, keep going. Just like that. Stay with it. Let the breath come in a little deeper. If your nose is not blocked, please be breathing through your nose, just through your nose, slowly. Inhaling deeply and sweetly, exhaling slowly. The slower your exhales, the more the thinking stream slows down, and the easier it will be to work with a mantra and notice the energy that it unlocks. So keep softening soles, palms, eyes, ears, tongue, pelvic floor. If it's not already and you need to read the words of the mantra, which many of you will, let the YouTube video be smaller so you can see the caption and follow it there until you really know it. I'm intentionally choosing a shorter one to make this easier for you to learn without needing to keep reading it. HAMSAH SO'HAM. HAMSAH SO'HAM. HAMSAH SO'HAM. And please do feel free, if you're in a space where you can, to say it out loud a few times, getting familiar with it. Because pretty quickly we're going to move into repeating it internally, which is more potent, much more potent in terms of transformation. The more you relax the body, the easier it is going to be to let go just a little bit of being a particular person for the next few minutes while we practice. That's the biggest burden in life, is feeling like we have to be somebody in particular and defend that identity and do certain things and not do other. Just let that all melt away for now, in favor of tasting some degree of the vast, unlimited power that you are one with originally and still now. Just, it's been covered by the veils of being a particular person. To keep it simple for now. There's more we could say. So you're softening soles, palms, eyes, ears, tongue, pelvic floor. Your breath is slow. It's through the nose. And now you're repeating the mantra internally, but not too fast and not too slow. You get to feel into, so you can experiment going a little faster now, and then going a lot slower. And then feel in. What's an in-between place that feels like it just kind of feels right? You know when something like you're trying on different outfits of different sizes and you finally get one that just feels right? You just know it. You feel it. This is like that. Not too fast, not too slow. You just feel into the right rhythm for this moment, which may be different tomorrow for you. So you're still repeating it internally. I'm going to time to time cue you by saying it myself externally for you. HAMSAH SO'HAM. HAMSAH SO'HAM. HAMSAH SO'HAM. So you're repeating it internally. This is also going to make it easier to hear me giving you directions, tips. As you're repeating it slowly internally, I want you right now just to focus on feeling the h sound where the H's are. HAMSAH. HAMSAH. So hung. Just feeling what that feels like, the h sound. Make it up that it's easy to sense it with your whole body, the h sound. HAMSAH SO'HAM. HAMSAH SO'HAM. Complete the repetition you're on and just rest for a few moments. Notice what you're feeling. And allow whatever you're feeling to be as it is. There's no right feeling to have. Next, we're going to focus on the NG sound in hung. Just that. So you're going to repeat the whole mantra, but you're going to focus on noticing what the sound feels like. Remember, it's hung like I hung up the clothes to dry. So you're going back to your internal repetition, not too slow, not too fast. Maybe elongating internally the sound and just noticing what it feels like. You hit it twice in this mantra each time you repeat the mantra. Hung, saha, so hung. Hung, saha, so hung. Do a few more repetitions at your own pace. Sensing with your whole body. The way you find your way to balance on one leg, you sense with your whole body. Feel the sound. Just make it up that it's easy. Where do you feel the sound? You might be feeling it in a different location or the same location as you felt the sound. Stay with this. Keep going. You want to complete this practice. There's a lot in it for you to unpack and get to walk away with. Complete the repetition you're on, please. And now just pause. If you want to close your eyes, you can for a few moments. Just notice what you're feeling and how you're feeling and where you're feeling it in your body. Is anything tingling or vibrating? Are you feeling any lightness or heaviness in certain parts or the whole body? What are you noticing in the center of your head? What are you noticing in the center of your chest? What are you noticing at the pelvic floor? 3 very powerful locations of consciousness. Perhaps you're simply noticing stillness and silence and it feels really good after being very busy this week. And you're just lingering and savoring the silence. Now we're going to focus on the vowel sounds. Feeling with the whole body the vowel sounds. Hung, saha, so, hung. Hung, saha, so, hung. You're just lightly focusing. You're not grasping. You're softly being available. The way you'd softly be available to a hummingbird feather tracing a word on your hand, and you're going to feel the word that the hummingbird feather is tracing on your hand. Only this is happening internally with the vowel sounds. You're noticing the vowel sounds in hung, saha, so, hung. Keep going at your own pace. Please complete the repetition you're on. Pause. Notice what you're feeling and how you're feeling and where you're feeling it in your body. Now we're going to focus on the last part, which is the S sound of the S's. Again, you're repeating it internally. Just let your attention mostly pay attention to noticing the feeling you're feeling with your whole body when you get to the S sound. Hum, saha, so, hung. Go at your own pace. Hung, saha, so, hung. What does the S sound feel like in your body? Where do you feel it? Hung, saha, so, hung. Continue at your own pace. Please complete the repetition you're on. Pause for a few moments. Notice what you're feeling, how you're feeling, and where you're feeling it in your body, please. Some of what you might be feeling, depending on your previous practice, may seem very, very subtle, like, am I feeling something? Don't worry about that. You can practice this video as many times as you want, and with this mantra that you're being offered and empowered with, as often as you like. So there's endless opportunity to discover for you. Now we're going to go back to repeating the entire mantra and just feeling the entire mantra, however you do, with your whole body, noticing whatever you notice now at this point, feeling the entire mantra as one. Hung, saha, so, hung, repeating it internally. Hung, saha, so, hung. Not too fast, not too slow. Go at your own pace now. Please complete the repetition you're on. Notice what you're feeling, how you're feeling, and where you're feeling it in your body. Is there anything you're feeling differently than when we first began at the beginning of the video with your first repetition of HAMSAH SO'HAM? It's possible that there's a difference. It's likely. And it's okay if there's not yet. This particular mantra is short enough that it makes it great to carry you into meditation or to be used as a meditation mantra. And you don't need to just keep back to back, HAMSAH SO'HAM, HAMSAH SO'HAM, HAMSAH. That's A, too fast. And B, gives you no space to really feel in between repetitions and kind of let the mantra energy drop you deeper and notice that that's happening. But it is a wonderful meditation mantra. You could do it just at the beginning of meditation to draw you in. Once you're in meditation, you let the mantra go. How do you know you're in meditation? You feel like you're in a sort of a timeless, boundless awareness. And you're not holding on to any thoughts. They just pass. Body sensations come and they go. You're not grasping. If you notice yourself tense or grasping or lost in thought, come back to softening the body in the 6 points. Come back to long, slow exhales and repeating the mantra and feeling it with the mantra. So unpacking the energy of a mantra is like solving a puzzle somatically with your whole body and your breath. Solving a puzzle. You're not doing it with your eyes. You're not doing it with your ears as such. You're doing it with your sensing capacity. It's very similar to the sensing capacity for finding balance. You know, like balancing on one leg. It's very similar, only it's an interior version of that. This proprioceptive capacity is what it's called. Interior proprioception. And the more you work with it, the more this capacity for sensing on the inside wakes up more and more and more and more without limit. And with that comes greater intuition about anything and everything. So you don't have to get lost in thought trying to figure out what you should do with certain things. You intuitively know, or it's entirely not worth thinking about. And this particular mantra is going to foreground more and more for you, reveal your unwavering oneness with the source of creation itself, by whatever name you call it, or don't give it a name at all. It's fine. It's going to progressively reveal that within you. Having extended times of practice is really, really valuable. So we've been together for as long as we have doing the practice, but I would suggest if you're up for it, if your heart is up for it and calling you towards it, schedule time to work with this. Maybe you begin by just 20 minutes. Maybe you can handle 5, but going longer really is valuable, you know, like an hour. Eventually you'll be able to go on a walk with a mantra, coordinating certain mantras with your breath and your steps, and be in a meditation walk while still being aware of your environment, but being immersed in deeper awareness of what you truly are and what is behind all forms. So much will come online. So much will come online. Part of my invitation here is to consider even longer experiences of working with mantra. And that's what we do when I teach the Empowered You Meditation Intensives. The Empowered You Meditation Intensives, currently they're half days and they're online with breaks, where we cycle through practices with a different empowered mantra, very incredibly potent mantra. And we explore it through contemplation, through chanting it out loud, which is its own practice we didn't really touch on too much today, but with music to it. And it's people who've never done it are just blown away by how much they end up enjoying it and how much it transforms their consciousness. So in meditation, in contemplation, out loud repetition, internal repetition, by the end of the half day, the leaps that participants take in consciousness that they've written to me are really, really touching and profound. So having a longer engagement like that, even if you're scheduling it yourself on your own time, yeah, I highly, highly recommend it. I'll put a link to the upcoming intensive below the video for those of you who want to check it out and see what the details are and see about joining us. But please feel like you can practice this. And one little note that I feel like is important about mantra, this isn't one that you're ready to give to somebody else yet. So if you're wanting to introduce somebody to mantra practice because you've had a powerful experience, send them to the video, share the video with them rather than you teach it. They're going to get a stronger transmission most likely unless you've got already a really powerful, embodied length of time and experience with HAMSAH SO'HAM. Okay. May the fruits of our inner work uplift all beings as well as the earth. May we be happy, may we be well, and may we feel loved. May it be so, and so it is. Namaste, and I'll see you soon, maybe in the intensive.